In this section, we'll discuss about the architecture of WebDriver. So this is we have discussed in last tutorial. Okay. So yeah, what we have discussed. So there are three components. One is WebDriver, search context, and a remote WebDriver. Okay. So WebDriver extends search context and implements remote WebDriver. There are some methods like Chrome driver, Firefox drivers. All are method. Signature is defined in WebDriver, but actually is written in a remote WebDriver. Okay. So now we'll discuss about. A minute. Yes. So now we'll discuss about the architecture of Selenium WebDriver. Okay, let it be. Don't save. Okay. So what is the architecture of WebDriver? So WebDriver is actually, as you know, it is the most powerful automation tool. Okay. So you can design the test script in any programming language. In the case of WebDriver, it may be Java, it may be C#, it may be Python, it may be Ruby, or etc. Okay, so also you can integrate any browsers like Chrome, Mozilla, Firefox. Okay, so the if you concentrate on the WebDriver architecture, okay, so there are some components. Let's say I'll mark as this square. Okay, so this is a language. Is the language. What all the language it will work? One is Java. Okay, then it is Ruby, then it is C#, then it is Python, etc. Okay, also you have PHP. Okay, it's Perl. Okay, so all this in language it support the WebDriver. Okay, so now another component is our, here is JSON wire protocol. What is it? Is the JSON wire protocol. Okay, so it is a JSON wire protocol. Okay, next another component in the WebDriver architecture is, it is, okay, let's say I'll mark is small. Okay, so now it is browser driver. What is it? Is a browser. It's a browser. Okay, browser driver. Okay, then another important component is real browser. Real browser. Okay, so here are four components. One is a real browser, then browser driver, then JSON wire protocol, and those languages. So in this language we'll write the code, then how it will move to our real browsers, then we'll understand here. Okay, so in Selenium WebDriver, in Selenium WebDriver, you are actually what you are doing, actually you are working with browser drivers. Okay, so you are actually working with browser driver in your script. Okay, so this is actually a virtual, this is not the actual, this is a virtual browser driver we are working. Okay, so this virtual browser will connect to the real browser through the HTTP. Okay, connect through the driver through the HTTP. Okay, let it be delete this. I'll mark this one. Okay, so it is the HTTP. Through HTTP it will connect the virtual browser to real browser, actual browser. Okay, so here you can see there are 4 components. Let's understand one by one. So first is language. So Selenium WebDriver support the Selenium client libraries to write the script in multiple languages like Java, Ruby, C#, Python, all like etc. If you want to use the browser driver in Python, you need to use Python binding. Okay, you can download the Python binding from the Selenium website. Okay, so all these are the language. Any language you can write the our script. This is actually our test script. Okay, this is actually our test script. Now what is JSON wire protocol? JSON is known actually a JavaScript object notation. What is JSON? JSON is actually a JavaScript object notation which is used for exchanging the data on the web. Okay, it supports data structure and easy to write, and it is very easy and easy to read from JSON. Okay, to learn more about the JSON, you can go to if you want to learn more about the JSON, you can go to the www.TestingLPoint, and there okay, so let me show you. I'll open Chrome browser. Okay, you can write www.testinglpoint okay .com/JSON hyphen tutorial. Okay, so if you enter this URL, will navigate to JSON tutorial. So here you will get what is actually a JSON. Okay, so what is written here? JSON is known as JavaScript notation, object notation. Okay, it is a lightweight and it is used for transferring data from client and server, vice versa. Okay, so this is the structure of your JSON. Okay, so this structure is actually specified by Toffler's Crockford. Okay, so this is a JSON format. Okay, so you can navigate to this URL and you can learn more about the JSON. So now we'll concentrate about our Selenium WebDriver structure. Okay, the architecture. So this is the standard. The JSON wire protocol is actually it's a standard for all various REST web server which provides mechanism to exchange the data. But but nowadays it is obsolete, so we do not need this JSON protocol. But it actually is there, but nowadays it is obsolete. Okay, it is obsolete. It should be actually this, but nowadays as it is obsolete, it is directly connect to your browser driver. Okay, so we'll understand browser driver now. Okay, so Selenium uses the driver to communicate with the browsers without revealing the internal logic of browser functionality. So this browser driver also specific to language. So if you are writing the Java, you need to use Firefox driver based of Java. Okay, like if you want to use Python, say based on that, you will need to use the browser driver for the Python. So like this way. Okay. So there are a couple of operations performed when we are executing the script for driver. First, please remember this. It is HTTP request is created. Okay. First, the HTTP request is created. Okay, and sent to the browser driver and sent to the browser driver. Okay, for every Selenium command. So first step, what it will do, it will actually HTTP request is created and it's sent to the browser driver for every Selenium command. Okay, for every command it will send. Then what will happen next? Next, what will happen? Okay, so the driver receives. Okay, the driver receives the request. First, HTTP request is created and sent to the browser driver. Then driver receives. Okay, he receives the request through the HTTP server, because HTTP request is created through HTTP server. Okay, now what is that? The next point is HTTP server perform the instruction. HTTP server perform the instruction whatever we have made. Okay, then execution status. After execution, so execution status will be provided to script. Okay, after completion. Okay, so if you understand this in our graphical representations, this will be actually here is our server, here is our here is our client, and here is our server. So its client means it is our test script. Okay, it's a script and it is a server. Okay, so what we'll do, first test script will request the HTTP request. Okay, then it will the server will receive the request and perform the operations. Okay, perform the operations, then it will send back to the after completion of the execution, it will send back the response to the test script. So these are the browser drivers work. Then it's come to a real browser. What are the real browser we have? We have Chrome, Mozilla, Internet Explorer, Safari. So all these are real browser. So all these are real browser. We are working on this. Okay, Firefox, IE, Safari. Okay, so what we have discussed till now is the WebDriver architecture. it has 4 components actually, but nowadays it is just 3 component. JSON wire protocol is obsolete. First component is the language. You can write any language in your script like Java, Ruby, C, Python, Perl. Okay, and the next it will request the HTTP request to browser driver. Okay, so in browser driver there are lots of browser drivers is available. Okay, like for the Java you have the specific browser driver, for Python is specific browser driver. Okay, so what browser driver it will do, it will what is actually do. Okay, it is actually send the request, test script will send the request, then server will perform, then it will send back to the execution status. Then we are coming to real browser. Real browser is our Chrome, Firefox driver. So all these are our architecture. So next session will understand with the example. Okay, the sample example will perform with Selenium, and also in it also will see how to install Selenium in our applications. Okay, in our system. If you want to learn more about Selenium automation testing tool, then you can go to www.testinglpoint.com. Go to this website, and there are lots of testing tools. Tutorials are available like Selenium with Java, Selenium with Python, Cucumber, LT, and JMeter's. Also, addition to that, you can have quiz. You can give the quiz here, and there are lots of interview questions are available here. Okay, so stay tuned guys, there are lots of tutorials will be uploaded soon. Just subscribe to my channel, like and share. If you have any questions on this videos tutorial, then you can put your questions on the comment section. I'll give you the answers in the next tutorials. Thank you guys.